to today's stream. Welcome to today's stream. Welcome. I was just checking if I'm live. Seems that I am, so that's good. I can close this window now. And today we are going to be exploring Cucumber, which is very popular among testers. So we'll see what's that about. I personally, I've never worked with this framework or frame of thought, not sure what to call it yet, and I kind of find it a little, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me that much. In fact, I find it a little weird, but that doesn't mean I should hate it, right? So I decided that since I don't understand it, I should probably explore it, take a look into it, take a look what's that all about. So let's see what it is all about, and if you have any questions, feel free to go into the chat and ask me anything, or give me advice if you already know what works. Before we start, this is my blog, philiphits.com. You can already see it in the bottom, and there are a couple of links you can visit. There's of course my Twitter, my GitHub, my course on Cypress, which you can check out, and also my YouTube channel, and obviously this Twitch stream. So yeah, let's jump into it. As always, as every week, we are going to be testing this app of mine. So the app is a Trello clone, and I'm going to show you just in a minute. Showing it over here. It is an app written in Vue. I'll send it in a chat, and it's a really simple app. You can, oh my chat doesn't work. I cannot send a message for some reason. Anyway, no problem. You can definitely find it on my blog, so go check it out. This week I wrote a blog about understanding code coverage in Cypress. So if this is a topic you are interested in, but have no knowledge in that area, I suggest you check it out. I explain it from bottom up, and I think you should get a good understanding of what code coverage does. And yeah, and that's it. So give it a read, share it with your friends. That would be so nice of you. And yeah, okay, let's jump into it. So let's try run my Trello app. So I'll open my terminal, type npm start, and it should be running on localhost. So let's see, bundle created. So let's go localhost 3000. Oh, nice to see you too, regularly, Sean. Thanks, Sean Jane. Okay, so this is the Trello app. It's fairly simple. You can basically do what you would do in the real Trello app. You can create your boards, new board, and you can create some kind of lists, and then you can create tasks. So, and you can check them off or on. There's detail, you can upload picture, set a due date, that becomes red if you're already in the deadline. So a really simple thing. So this is the same thing we've been testing all over again, but it kind of helps navigate through everything that I want to explain. So I'm using that. And okay, so the app is running. So let's run Cypress now. So npx Cypress open. And let's see if Cypress opens. hopefully. In the meantime, we can check out the docs, so the documentation and plugins. So let's find Cucumber preprocessor, Pickle.js, addition to Cucumber plugins. So there's an additional plugin, but we want to find the preprocessor. Okay, so we want to run Cucumber Gherkin syntax specs with Cypress IO. This is what we'll be exploring today. Let me just make this a little bigger so you can see it well. And it's a plugin. So this Cucumber thing doesn't come out of the box with Cypress, so you need to install a plugin, and we're going to explore this a little. So what we want to do with Cypress is to run these given, when, then functions, and we'll see if I can manage to get it up and running in an hour or so. And I'll just go ahead and install it, and I'll start with I'll go frame by frame. I'll go by this README and see where it gets us. If you have an idea or ideas, go write a chat message. Feel free to write a chat message. I'd be happy if you help me with this, actually. Let me just open the chat. Hi Andre, nice to see you again. Okay, so this I'll put on my other screen, and in the meantime Cypress has opened, so let's see. Okay, so I have my old tests here, so these 3 tests are actually tests that my application is tested with, and I got 100% of code coverage, and lately I added some functionality, and it's like 98 or something like that as well. Oh, RetroBear, hi, nice to see you again. Okay, so let's go ahead and install. So we got Cypress, we got our app. Let's add another terminal, and let's install this as dev dependency. So I just copy and paste it here, npm install, and this is going to install Cucumber preprocessor. So it sounds like we are going to be pre-processing our files into something that Cypress can read. And this would be the second thing, right? So we in our plugins file, we are going to be installing plugins. So far pretty standard in terms of how we get stuff up and running in Cypress, but I have this code coverage task here. So let me just, okay, so we're going to require this plugin. So this is going to be out here, and this we don't need. And on file preprocessor, we are going to run the function Cucumber. So this should be working all right. If not, we are going to temporarily hide the coverage task and stuff and stuff. So yeah, okay. And add support feature files to our Cypress configuration. So we are going to be running just the feature files. So if I add this to my Cypress JSON and save my file, I can see that there are no tests found because I just have TypeScript files at the moment. So let's see what's next. So the configuration, please make use of Cosmic Config to create a configuration for the plugin, for example by adding this section to your package JSON. Okay, I don't know what this is. This will become default option in the future version. Okay. Okay, so let's just add this, and maybe I'll learn something about this in the past. Non-global step definitions, true. Okay. So there are many configurations, or many. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are some configurations, and yeah. So I have common path, and there are some. So in the integration folder, there's common and non-global definitions. It's true. Then the support step definition. So it seems like I should write definitions in some kind of folder. Non-global step definitions. Okay, so integration is common when okay, so this is the folder. So if I create a common folder in the integrations folder, if I want to have if I have non-global step definitions set as true, and if it is set to false, then they should be somewhere else. But we are going to set it to true, although I'm a little confused that it should be in package.json, because it sounds like something that should be in env, maybe. But okay, let's, oh, maybe not actually, because that's nothing. This is not something you can just paste into Cypress.json. I think, like, you can only have things that are there, right? I think so. Okay, do I have this? No, I didn't copy it. So let's copy this. Let's see what happens. I'm actually excited. I don't know anything about this, so I'm eager to learn something new. Alright, so we will come to this later probably. Oh no, I actually misread. So this is the common path option configuration. Okay, let's just go further and let's see what happens. So single feature files. Put your feature files in Cypress integration, so like Google feature. And this is it. This is the way we are going to be writing scenarios. So we have a feature, the Facebook. I want to open a social network page. Add focus scenario. Opening a social network page, given I open Google page, then I see Google in the title. And I was wondering about this focus tag. It's not necessary, but we want you to notice. So look it up below. Okay. So let's see. How do I actually write a test? When running Cypress in headless mode, the execution time gets pretty bloated. Because Cypress will relaunch browser between every feature file. Well, that's true, I think. Cypress gives you option to bundle all the files before running the tests. Oh, okay. So something like run all tests in the Cypress runner, right? There's this button to run all tests, and it's going to bundle everything together, which is not something you always want. But it seems the Cucumber preprocessor might be working in a similar way. I can take advantage by creating feature files. You choose to have only one in the root directory or per directory. You can also add support for feature files to your Cypress configuration. Okay. Step definitions. Okay, let's see step definitions. So, what are we going to do? We are going to be defining our steps as a first step, and then what? So that would be the given step, Then we have then step, and that's it. Okay, so let's just start with a simple thing. So given and then let's copy this and see if we can make it work. So the demo is actually on the Google page, but we will try to make it work on our application and see what happens. So integration Google.js. Let's see. Okay, so step definition creation. The feature file will use steps definition from directory with the same name as your feature file. Okay, the JavaScript files contain the step definitions that can have other names if you want to break them into different concerns. Easier to show than explain. Exactly. So Cypress. So assuming the feature file is integration Google feature as proposed above, the preprocessor will read all the files inside the Google folder. So Google.js or any other JS file will be okay. So we are going to define this. Let's just copy it and explore as we go. So I'll just copy this, and I'm going to create a feature file, right? So let me see board list. So that would be just a page, and it's going to be feature. Ooh. Doesn't have an icon. That's annoying. Okay, and I'm going to create a folder which is going to be board list, and inside this I'm going to write, what should I name this? It's a Google.js preprocessor steps. Okay, I don't know. Let's just type open.js because that's what I want to do. I want to open, right? Given I open Google page. Given I open my app, we are going to be visiting our default page. So the slash, I have it in my Cypress JSON file, right? Localhost 3000, yeah, it's there. So we're going to be using base URL. So if I type slash, this should be okay. So we're not going to be using this. So given I open my app, okay. And what should be the next thing? This is a good place to put before each hooks related to that particular feature. Okay. Reusable step definitions. So now I have this given step. Should this work already if I just write a given? I don't know. Oh, okay, so there's the step definition, which is then integration common IC string in the title. Oh, okay, so it's like a reusable function. So the then can actually, it's just a function that I can use. So if I type IC my boards in the title, then I can use it for that, and if I want to see something else in the title, that should be that. And I should put this in the integration common. So let's write a common thing, and that would be common folder. And let's just name it title. We'll see how that goes. I see string in the title. Okay, is this right? Okay, the title should be Okay, what's the title on my page? Let's just use it with title first, and we'll move on from there. I need to first see how this works. And it should be Trello. So the Trello is the title. So that's the thing we're going to be asserting. Okay, and the thing used backticks, so I wonder if that's important. We'll see. Okay, so let's write a test. We should be kind of ready already, maybe. Given when then functions, custom parameters. Okay, hope I don't. This seemed to be kind of advanced stuff, so let me start with the simple things. We saw this. Yeah, we saw this scenario. Let's just copy this and see what happens. And of course this doesn't say anything. And maybe oh, there was a VS Code plugin for the Cucumber. So let's find that. That should help us. VS Code CY helper. Yeah. That's what we want. Cypress helper. Thanks, Alexander. Let's install this. Bam. 11,000 people have downloaded it. Good job, Alexander. Okay, so now we don't have... Oh yeah, we have. I was happy about not seeing the underscore thing, but that's just probably my... Yeah, that's the reason. Since I'm writing blogs and I write them right inside VS Code, I have this spell check thing going on, and it was underscoring everything. So okay, so it seems like we already have the thing installed. What was it? Cypress helper. So we have it running. Extension is... Maybe I should look into the README first. Custom commands. But I always kind of figure that if I install something, it should be working right away. This is kind of small to read. Yeah. Let's see how this works. References. Okay, so this is showing standard commands. Oh, Cucumber step definitions. So I can look into the definition. Okay. Okay, so maybe if I just look. Okay, I'm not opening a Google page. I'm opening my app. So let's just write this properly. Then I see Trello in the title. I want to open my app, and the scenario will be opening my app, and the feature is Trello. So did I write the test already? I'm really not sure. This is plain text. Maybe I should install something to see it more clearly. So let's run this. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get an error that will tell us something. So here it is. It's running. Tests are loading. And okay, there's some problem here. You're attempting to process a TypeScript file, but do not have TypeScript configured. I'm actually not trying to do that. But maybe since I have my index file in TypeScript, maybe that might be the problem. So let's just change it back. Actually don't have much. I have no TypeScript going on. In fact, here it's just a It's just a different thing, and not sure why this is happening. Okay, so the file, so I save this. It seems to give me the same error, but the index.js file of the plugins is loaded when the browser is opened, I think. TypeScript support. Oh, I actually have rewritten not the support file, but the index.js file. So let's, or rather index.ts file. So let's rewrite this. Why is this? Okay, let's see what happens now. I figured I'll just run it and see where we can get. And it's still complaining about support index.ts. And I think I might have... Yeah, exactly. So for some reason when I want to use TypeScript index files in the plugins and support folder, I need to write this explicitly in Cypress. Not sure why. I'm not sure if I actually do, but I mean, I kind of had to in my past projects. So let's see, we fixed that. Yeah, yeah, Retrobear, exactly. It's kind of hard to get my head around how this is working. Import export my only. Okay, so let's just maybe delete this tsconfig altogether. Do we have any more TypeScript files that are processed? Yeah, probably all of these. So let's just hide. Oh no, I actually need to import that. Okay, let's hide all this. Let's try to get the bare minimum. Oh, it worked. Okay, so the first thing we learned here is that the Cucumber preprocessor doesn't work with TypeScript too well. Probably that's the case, because does the README mention TypeScript? TypeScript support. Oh, okay, it does. Install types. Okay, so we have the type definitions. Well, that would be nice. And we have to add, as of Cypress, TypeScript is support out of the box. Okay, so to use it, just add this to your index.js. And there's this another option. Okay. Let's use it. I want to use it. Let's install types for the Cucumber preprocessor. And let's just add this, just to copy paste. Some people don't like when people just copy paste stuff. I kind of find it being the best way to learn things, because the first thing I do, I don't think about it too much. I'll just copy and paste it and see what happens. And if I see a good result, I examine the result and see what happens there. And if I don't understand it, then obviously what I want to do is to understand it. Okay, so I copied this, and let's see if it works. Out of the box support, blah blah blah, with Webpack. Without, we're not using Webpack, so that should be fine. Without Webpack, okay. Oh wait, I just kind of copied everything and skipped the explanation. with out-of-the-box support. Oh, okay. Seems like that should be good. We should be good to go. Let's see. I'll save this. See what happens. Seems like we are still running. It's loading. Okay, it's working. Great. So let's see if I can put stuff back. And I want to put back these lines. So I'll revert this change. And I want to change my JS file to TS. I don't really need to do that. I don't really have to do this, but let's see what happens. Okay, something's not working. Seems we're back. Oh, I accidentally deleted the line with feature. We're just filtering the features. This is what we want. Okay, good. Let's see if it's running. No. You are attempting to pre-process a TypeScript file but don't have TypeScript configured. Pass the TypeScript option to enable TypeScript support. But I do. Base there. Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I deleted the TypeScript tsconfig file, so that might be. Let's restore that and maybe try again. Yeah, maybe I blew it. I was too eager to try TypeScript base URL. I wonder what this should be. The base URL, I think it should be just slash and the options. Oh, I'm not passing the options anywhere. Hey, that might be it. Let me go back to, yeah, cucumber options. Exactly. Let's see if it actually changes anything. I always, if I find something that I overlooked, I always have this aha moment when I see something that I forgot. But we're moving. Okay, import and export may only appear with source type module. Yeah, I have seen this before. I thought I have this. I don't. So let's add this option. Source type module. If I remember correctly, that would be the compiler option. Let's see. Yeah, probably not. Where is that? Well, okay. So this is what I do sometimes. I get excited about TypeScript and I don't really understand it well enough. So I go to GitHub and see what where should I put the source type module thing in the TypeScript definition. Okay, parser options. Hey, D-Trouble, how are you? Okay, source type module, because that's what it is telling me. Import and export may appear only with... You know what? I'm not going to be using these modules at the moment. Where is that? It's in the support folder. So let's just skip that. I'm going to deal with that later. I want to write tests. Okay, so I have written a test, so I see Trello in the title. That's cool. So let's explore this a little more. Let's just... I still don't have the highlight, but I don't worry about this anymore. So it seems like I can define a feature, and the feature would be Trello. So let's see if I have this somewhere in the runner. And yeah, so that would translate to the Trello, to the what in the standard test we would call a describe block. The opening app is the it block, so this is the definition over here. So these two are just names. That's what we want. And the focus, it was explained in the readme, but I forgot. I don't think I really need it, but there was some reason for that. It works without it. Okay. And then I define my scenario. So opening my app, and that's nowhere to be seen. So the scenario is maybe just for me? I don't know. So given I open my app, and then I see Trello in the title, and I expect to see Trello. Okay. So I have given and I have then, but there's also a when. So let's see if I can write a when thing. So okay, let's go back, all the way back, and we are here. Oh, the focus tag is not necessary, but we want you to notice it. So look it up below. We'll spend... Okay, I don't know how it will speed up my workflow significantly if I focus. Okay, I'm getting curious about this, but I'll skip it because I just wanted to see the when thing. I want to write a test that will do some action, right? Reusable step definitions. Let's write, okay, so maybe just write it like this. So I'll copy this, and I have already my open, and this should probably be also in common if I understand correctly. Yeah. What if I move it? What happens? Does it still work? Yeah, it works because these are common. But in the board list, I want to create board. So let's do create board.js, and I will import when, and when I create a board with name string. So let's write board name. I'm just totally assuming this is how it works. So let's just get, what are we going to get? Create board. I have a selector for this, so let's create board. I didn't copy it, right? Yeah, I forgot it. So I'll get this. Let me just write it like this. It comes more natural to me when I have my commands under each other. So I will click on that, and when I click on that, I will get another element that is going to be, let me just click new board input. So I'll copy this, and I will type into that, and I will be typing the board name into that. Oh, sorry. That will be the board name, and then I will write an enter key. Enter. And This seems like something that should work. So now when I save this, I'll update my test. So I'll open my app and I'll just write when. Can I comment this out? Nope. Just going to delete it for now. When I create a board with the name Cucumber. Let's see what happens. Oh. Step implementation missing. I create a board with the name Cucumber. So it seems like I forgot something. Do you see what I forgot? Oh, the focus seems to be the same as it only. I thought so. I thought that might be it. Okay, when I create a board, so this is, so I have, it seems like it can read the when, but then there's this function, and the function gives me an error, step implementation missing. So it says that the step is missing, and I wonder, because it said that the board list folder should be Now how do I debug this? This is kind of hard to debug now. Let me create the step implementation missing. Is it missing really? Because I can see it right here. Steps. I kind of just assumed that the when would work like this. Maybe it doesn't. But maybe I need the then. No. Okay, so let me see the docs. And how to write tests. Okay, given when there are on the global scope, please use. Okay, table parameters, custom parameters. Before. We don't really need the before. When then. But I wonder how the background when counter is incremented. Seems like it works the same, although I don't see like an input here, like it doesn't take a parameter, but I don't see a reason why that would be a problem. Or can it be a problem? What do you think? Smart tagging. Okay, so this is some advanced features over here. So let me see. Oh, we have IDE support. To get VS Code to resolve your step, install Gherkin Cucumber. Let's see. Oh, given when then. Let's install this. Maybe the experience will be better. Oh, our icon changed. Cool. Let's. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Now I can finally see. I can open Cypress or set focus. Oh, and here I can see that it takes my parameter Trello. Maybe I have to. Oh, that's right. Okay, I think I need to include this in the in the, what are these called? Pass it as a string. Let's see. Oh, alright. Alright. Now we're talking. So I have my first test ready. Given when then. Awesome. And I have my common over here. Title over here. When over there. Okay. This is not bad. It took some time. But it's not bad. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this actually. I mean, we have our scenario. So can we write another scenario? Yeah. Well, let's just write another scenario that will just have this assertion. And I mean, yeah, it seems to be working. So yeah, it went kind of smoothly. I'm actually surprised. I thought I would be struggling with this a little more. So let's see if I can. Let's try the focus. If it how does it work? So it should be opening only the second tab. Oh, okay. It opens only the second one, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be working like that only, rather than working like that skip for all the other tests. Because if I had that only, I wouldn't see this first test. Maybe rename it. Opening my app. Let's name this create board. It actually handled it gracefully. I'm not so sure how would it handle like if I had that only for a test that would have the same name as another test. I have this feeling it happened to me a couple of times before, and Cypress would just get confused and run both of the tests that would have the same name, I think. Okay. Now, I think the main reason for implementing Cucumber is that everything you write, it seems like everything you write will be abstracted in some way. So I don't ever have to write this piece of code again. I'll just write when I create a board with the name string, and it will just create my board. And yeah, that's cool. So that's some cool stuff. So let's see if how well does this work when I try to debug something. So let's given I open my app, I create a board with the name Cucumber, and then if I create the board, let's do what? Let's just make a mistake. Let's try to see what happens if I don't see Trello in the title, but I'll write something else. How well are we going to be to debug it? It seems it doesn't make too much difference. We still have the assertion error. We can print stuff to console. Seems that this behaves the same. The hard part of debugging was the finding out why would the step not even work. So let's see if I duplicate this and try to execute a when step. That will not obviously work because we are going to be on the board. I didn't have to do that. So now I'll just get the error, and that's great. wonder what happens if I write do then statements. So it seems to be working like a puzzle, right? So I can write as many then statements as I want, probably as many when statements I want, and I wonder if I can write as many given statements as I want. That seems to be working. So the question now for me is, how do I decide which word I will use? Because it seems that here I'm importing the when, here it is given, and here it is then. But I don't think I can interchange. Can I? What if I use then? I don't think that will work. Will it? Oh, it works. Huh. So I can interchange them. So why do I even import this? Maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe I can just import this globally. Let's see if I take this. What am I using? Given. I open my app. Let's see if I take it from here and I'll just import it globally. Oh, the imports didn't work. Or did they? Yeah, I don't think that works like this. No. It does? What's happening? Everything I thought I knew, I don't know anymore. Let's see. Okay. So I can just import given, when, then I can do it globally, and then I'll just delete this. Right? I don't need it. If I assumed correctly, that would be the case. Seems so. I wonder though, why are they interchangeable? Like, I can use when, I can use then. Can I use this awful syntax? Oh. Did it just... What did it do when I click enter? Start to type. Oh, okay. I open my app. So it's just a snippet helper. Then I will start with then. It seems to be working. So it seems like this is just a thing that helps me write my scenarios in a more readable way. So I'll actually write a test for the business logic of things instead of like a technical language. I mean, this is pretty nice. I think I'm kind of convinced this is okay way to work. The Cypress syntax is pretty readable, so I never saw a reason for doing this abstraction. Obviously, I would need to see this work in a bigger project, because I mean, this is where this stuff probably really shines. Like, you have your definitions, you have everything where you need it, and you just go ahead and do your assertions. It seems to me like this would be similar to using a custom command for everything, although this may be giving you some more this might be more thought of way, but I wonder, I really wonder. I really didn't think much of this. I really thought this is weird, but in a way, seeing it working, it gives me the feeling that it might be actually an interesting way to work. So, oh, and we can actually write those in TypeScript, right? Because we have the TypeScript preprocessor. So let's see, that was a typo. And if these are written in TypeScript, well, not much TypeScript happening in these, but I mean, could work. But if I used TypeScript definitions and used all kinds of stuff that TypeScript provides, that might be cool. Yeah, readable for us, but not for everyone. But I mean, that's kind of, I think that might be the main reason why people decide to go with Cucumber, because they want to, I hope that's the reason, they want to maintain a big project. And I think it might make sense in a big project, although now that I have played with code coverage, I think the code coverage gives you really valuable information of how your app is tested. You actually get the information on what part of code is actually covered, but covered meaning what part of code was triggered while the tests were running. So that doesn't mean we have assertions for everything, obviously. We just covered a part of our app. And since it is running, that's okay, that's good information, but it's not the full information on whether that is the app we actually want. This Cucumber syntax or whatnot would be a good way to explore the business side of things. So if you export, probably you can export this in some way, all the scenarios that are important for you, you can, well, not have a coverage, but you can have the idea of what the app does and what kind of scenarios passed and what kind of scenarios have failed while you were running. And that's a valuable information that might be a good business information. I really like to see this work in a big project. So yeah, interesting. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So this seems to be working, and I think now that I have ran this, what happens if I uncomment this? Do I get the... No, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, oh wait, that's interesting. If I don't have... It's telling me that the import and export may only appear with source type module, but when I was using this, it worked. It's grayed out, so it seems like we're not really using it. I wonder if I made a mistake. If I comment this out, will it still work? It still works. I think yeah, I missed something. Because yeah, I thought this, like, I can do this globally and it will just work, but obviously it works even without it. So I think I'm probably missing something over here, and it seems like I'm doing some kind of global import. Not sure if this is it. I don't think this is it, but yeah, if I solved this import thing, I would be interested in how fast we could get into the good code coverage by going with the business logic of Cucumber. Yeah, exactly. That is the way we can be looking at it. It's non-technical side of things. It's the human things, we can call it, because I mean, well, the software is made for humans, so it only makes sense to write your test as a human story, as a user story, because those are the folks that pay for for the product you are creating. Those are the people that get value from the product. So definitely looking at the tests from the user perspective and getting those tests to be running as close to the real world scenario as the users, that is the goal. That's what you want. So if Cucumber helps you get there, I think that's definitely the way to go. If it's not, well, maybe that's not not your way. I'll definitely be considering this, and I definitely want to play a little more with this, because obviously this makes sense for a lot of people, and this gives a tremendous value to a lot of people. So I wonder, I'm eager to explore this a little more. Okay, so we are heading towards 1 hour, and we wrote a simple test. And I don't want to go too deep into everything, although I definitely done more talking than I should today and thinking about it, but I just wanted to vocalize my thoughts, so thank you for sticking around for that. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, if you're interested in learning more about Cypress, I'll stream every week on Mondays. So to make your Monday a little nicer, hopefully. So next week we'll see what the week brings and what we'll look at. Last time we were looking at the real world app by Cypress. We were not able to make it run. Turns out it was a combination of the error of the app and my error, and maybe we will look into that, see what's going on there, or maybe we'll just look into some other topic. We'll see. See you next week. In the meantime, be sure to check out my blog, philipries.com, and we have a Discord channel, so come and join us. We talk about Cypress. Sometimes we share cool stuff. There's a couple of us, but I think the community is growing, and I think a lot of cool stuff will be happening really soon there. You can also check out my course on Cypress. It's called Cypress Automation for People in a Hurry. So if you're in a hurry and want to learn Cypress really fast, go to Udemy and look for this title, or go to my page, you'll find it there. And that's it. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube. I don't do Facebook, but I'm on LinkedIn if you want to hang out there. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for sticking around, and see you next week. Bye bye.